All right, let's talk about something we all use pretty much every single day. Apps like Discord and WhatsApp. They're totally free, right? But have you ever just stopped and thought, wait a minute, how are these companies making billions of dollars? I mean, you don't see any banner ads, there's no paywall to just chat with your friends. So where's the cash coming from? Let's figure this out. You've probably heard this old saying from the tech world a million times. And for a lot of free services, it is absolutely spot on. They track what you do, build a little profile on you, and then sell that info to advertisers. It's a pretty simple trade. You get a free service, they get your attention. And this is where things get really interesting, because Discord and WhatsApp, they seem to be the exceptions to the rule. Discord is super clear that they don't sell your data, and you're definitely not getting pop-up ads in your WhatsApp family group chat. So if you're not paying for it and your data isn't being sold off, what's the real deal here? Okay, first up, let's break down Discord. Their whole strategy is built from the bottom up. It's not funded by giant advertisers, but by the people who love it the most, the members of its own communities. It's like they've built this whole internal economy. Discord's entire playbook is based on a classic model called Freemium. The core app, all the chat, voice, and video features you actually need, is completely free. The big idea is to make that free experience so good that you want to pay for the optional extras, the upgrades that make it even better. They're not selling your data. They're selling you a souped-up version of the product you already use all the time. So how do they do it? Well, it comes down to four main streams of cash. Direct user subscriptions, called Nitro, a really cool community funding system called server boosting, taking a cut of sales just like an app store, and a new kind of in-game promotion they call sponsored quests. Their number one moneymaker by a long shot is Discord Nitro. Think of this as a subscription for the superfans. If you're a gamer or a creator who's on Discord for hours every day, you might be willing to pay for things like streaming in HD, uploading bigger files, or getting a cool animated profile to show off your personality. Next is server boosting, which honestly is kind of brilliant. It's basically community crowdfunding. You and a bunch of other members can chip in to boost your favorite server. And if enough people contribute, the entire community gets to unlock awesome perks like much better audio quality or a custom URL. It really makes supporting your community feel like a game. Discord is also turning itself into a kind of app store. Creators can now sell things right on the platform. Let's say someone wants to charge a monthly fee for access to their exclusive content. Discord takes a 10% cut. Or if a developer wants to sell premium features for their bots, Discord gets a piece of that action too. It creates this whole bustling economy right inside the app. And finally, there are sponsored quests. This is a really clever way to do advertising without it feeling like advertising. A game developer will pay Discord to offer you a little challenge, something like, hey, stream our new game to a friend for 15 minutes. If you do it, you get a cool, exclusive in-game item. So yeah, it's an ad, but it feels more like a fun little mission. Okay, so that's Discord, funded by its users. Now let's pivot to WhatsApp, which, now that it's owned by Meta, has a completely different top-down approach. They couldn't care less about you paying. They're all about getting businesses to pay. Here's the key thing to understand about WhatsApp. You are the user, but you are not the customer. The customer is the airline, the bank, your favorite online shop, anyone who wants to get in touch with you. And they pay Meta for the privilege of sliding into your DMs on the platform you're already on 24/7. The main way this works is through something called the WhatsApp Business API. And they use a conversation-based pricing model. So every time a business kicks off a 24-hour conversation with you, whether that's a shipping confirmation or a special sale offer, they pay a small fee. We're talking maybe a few cents a message, but when you multiply that by billions of messages, well, you can see how it becomes a massive business. And here's another huge, kind of sneaky way they make money. Click to WhatsApp ads. A company will run an ad on Facebook or Instagram, but instead of the button taking you to a website, it opens a chat with them directly in WhatsApp. The business pays Meta for that ad, and they're more than happy to because getting a customer into a one-on-one chat is way more powerful than just sending them to a web page. And that's not all. They're adding other services too. Small businesses can pay a monthly fee for that little Meta-verified checkmark to look more official. And in countries like India and Brazil, they're taking a tiny cut from merchants whenever you use WhatsApp Pay to buy something. So we've got these two totally different but super successful playbooks. Discord makes its money from its biggest fans, while WhatsApp makes its money from businesses that want to reach you, which brings us all the way back to that first big question. Who exactly is the product?
When you lay it all out, the contrast is just crystal clear. Discord's model is freemium, paid for by power users. WhatsApp's is business to business, paid for by major brands. For Discord, the product is an enhanced experience. For WhatsApp, the product is message delivery for companies. They're just fundamentally different machines built to power a free service.
And this is the absolute crucial point when it comes to your privacy. Discord uses your activity data to make the app better, to recommend servers they think you'll actually like, all in the hopes you'll love it enough to pay for Nitro. With WhatsApp, your messages are end-to-end encrypted. Meta literally cannot read them. However, and this is a big however, they do analyze the metadata. Things like who you talk to and how often you talk to them. And they use that info to make the ads you see over on Facebook and Instagram more accurate.
So there you have it. Two titans of the free app world, and each one has an incredibly smart, incredibly effective business model that goes way beyond that simple old idea of just selling ads. So what are the big takeaways here? First, Discord's money comes straight from its most dedicated users. Second, WhatsApp's money comes from businesses that want to talk to you. This all goes to show that the old saying, if it's free, you're the product, isn't always the full story anymore. And what happens with your data is a lot more complicated than you might think. And that leaves us with one final thought. The next time you open up one of your favorite free apps, just take a closer look. Are they trying to sell you a subscription? Are they making it super easy for businesses to get in touch with you? There's always a business model hiding in plain sight. And once you see it, you start to get a much clearer picture of the digital world we all live in and your real place in it.